Hey everyone, hope you're all having a nice day. The graph in front of you is the top 10 quarterbacks in completion percentage over expected for the past year. And as you can see, Drake May has absolutely shattered expectations for himself. He has sported over 9% over CPOE, which is absolutely ridiculous considering just last year, I'm sure you've all known they only won 4 games, and with the acquisition of Diggs, the reemergence of Kayshon Boutte, uh, Drake May has committed to a big leap in his second year, and now that he's getting AJ Brown and Romeo Dobbs, and he's getting huge upgrades on the O line, I think next year he's going to have an absolutely amazing season. Following up is Dak. I think a lot of what contributed to Dak's increase in CPOE was the fact that he got George Pickens, and I don't think anyone expected George Pickens to have the season that he had. And I think it's similar with Darnold. The arrival of JSN, him really becoming himself as a top flight wide receiver, very much helped his stats. And this is not to knock on both Dak or Darnold. They both had incredible seasons as well. Obviously, Darnold won the Super Bowl. Following up, Jordan Love. This is the quarterback I felt was the most surprising, because unlike the top three here, except for May, he only had a 30-year-old Diggs. Jordan Love didn't really have an alpha wide receiver. Sure, he had Tucker Kraft for first 2 months. Maybe that helped his CPOE, but of course he had that torn ACL. Josh Jacobs very much was carrying the Packers offense on the ground, but he wasn't as effective as a wide receiver. So it's quite a bit interesting here. I think Jordan Love in general is just very much underrated as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He's definitely a franchise guy for the Packers, and I think they have a bright future ahead with him. I was also a bit surprised to see Jalen Hurts down here, because I'm sure if anyone watched the Eagles last year, they were absolutely terrible. The Eagles offensive coordinator had his house pelted with eggs. But even still, seeing Hurts' stats up here, it kind of suggests to me that everyone thinks like Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 QB anymore, and I think that's pretty insane to think about after just 1 year. In the year before, in 2024, he won the Super Bowl, of course, mainly because of Barkley, but he still made the throws he needed to make. And in 2022, obviously, he had an incredible year. So I think basically what we'll see this year with the new offensive coordinator, I think Hurts will kind of jump back into the top 10 QB discussion. And I'm also surprised to see Mac Jones here over Brock Purdy. Sure, Brock did not play around I believe 6 or 7 weeks of the regular season. But even still, it just seems like Mac Jones is just a perfect fit for that Shanahan offense. They should have drafted him 3rd overall in 2021.